Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome back. I'm actually in the middle of filming a longer sample testing video, but I figured in the meantime I would give you a little look into perfumes that are super popular and that I cannot stand. A lot of these, it's not that I can't stand them, I just don't really understand the hype about them. I also want to preface this by saying that I'm very picky when it comes to perfumes. There are many perfumes that I don't like, but I tried to pick just the most popular ones for this video in particular. And the first thing I want to talk about is skin scents. I'm generally not the biggest fan of skin scents. There are a couple here and there that I like, but in general, they're just pretty boring to me. If you work somewhere where you want to wear a perfume, but you can't wear anything too strong, like I get it, but I don't have to do that, at least not right now, so there's just not a point for skin scents for me personally. But by far, my least favorite one is the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla. Now, I'm not a big fan of pink pepper as a fragrance note. It very oftentimes smells like a light vinegar on my skin. I don't know why, but for that reason, I cannot stand this perfume. There are some perfumes that I love that have pink pepper, like Fleur's Vanilla Skin. Could never tell you that there was pink pepper in there. But this and Glossier's You, I hate. It just smells like so sour to me. Apart from the pink pepper, it's really just not sweet enough, and I hate it. Now I'm gonna go over Glossier's You. This was the first ever skin scent that I tried, and I was so put off, it was crazy. So many of my friends had told me it's like one of their favorite perfumes, and I was so excited to try it. It smells like a pile of dirty laundry that somebody sprayed with some cheap fruity body spray like 4 days ago and then still just like left in a corner. It doesn't smell like just like a nice second skin. It smells like dirty, and I just can't do it. I tried it multiple times and it's just, oh my God, it's so gross. After a couple of hours, that like mustiness kind of dies down, but at that point it just smells like a worse version of Clean's Radiant Nectar. So I'm like, I'd just rather use Radiant Nectar. The next skin scent is Fleur's Missing Person. This one I don't hate, I just don't get it. It doesn't have pink pepper, which is great. It just smells like nothing. I just don't have any strong feelings about it, and I know lots of people love it, and I just don't get it. The last skin scent that I'm gonna talk about is Juliette Has a Gun, not a perfume. It just smells musty, like it just makes me feel like I have to take a shower. Why do I wanna smell like that? I don't. So, just not for me. I don't like it, and I never will. Maybe there's a skin scent out there for me. Haven't found it yet. If you have any recommendations, let me know. The next 2 perfumes I have actually already talked about in my first ever video about fragrance. First one is Theodoros Kalottinis Lemon Tart. I don't think I have ever been as disappointed by a perfume as I have this one, okay? So many people said, oh my God, it smells so much like a lemon tart. It's so delicious and decadent. Guys, you're not serious. It just smells like Lysol wipes. Solely Lysol wipes. There's nothing else, like just Lysol lemon wipes. Awful. And people that I've talked to in real life all agree with me. I have never met a person that actually likes this fragrance, but so many people online swear by it. And I'm like, you know what? If you like it, I'm so happy for you. Just please keep it away from me. And next is Soradora's Janny, which is described as like an apple pie scent. It does smell like an apple pie, but like a very, very musty version. The best way that I can explain it is like if a book fair had like apple pie scented erasers, okay? It smells like apple pie, but there's just something artificial going on about it. I've tried it so many times, and I've paired it with so many perfumes to try to bring out whatever I can to make it smell better, and it's just not for me. For apple pie scents, I much prefer Angel Share or Angel Share dupes like Zara's Pistachio Infusion, Heaven Speak by Okja. The next one is very popular, but I have seen many mixed reviews for it, and that is Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato. I don't know what it is about this fragrance that I just can't smell or something, because to me, it just smells like grass. That's it. There's no sweetness, there's no nuttiness. It's literally just grass. I thought it was maybe just that one-off time that I tried it. No. Tried it again, same thing. I hate it. Like, I don't even have anything else to say about it. It's just grass, and that's it. And moving on. Next up is another one that I have mentioned before in my Middle Eastern fragrance sample haul, and that is Fragrance World's Irish Coffee. This is my least favorite fragrance of all time because it just smells like trees. Like, it smells like I've cut open a tree and I'm sniffing it, and it's disgusting. I smell the bark, I smell the sap, I smell the pine needles. Like, I smell it all except for coffee and caramel and whatever the fuck else is supposed to be in there. So many people love this, and I just don't get it. I don't smell coffee at all. It just smells like a tree. That's it. And that's all I have to say about it. Another Kayali perfume that I just don't get, and I know a lot of people are gonna be shocked when I say this, Vanilla 28. Here's the thing, after a couple of hours, I do enjoy this perfume. It's this very deep vanilla, but for the first 2-3 hours, the florals come through way too much on my skin. I think I've mentioned this in previous videos. I don't know what it is about my skin, but it pulls out florals in fragrances so hard. If it wasn't for that sharp floral scent, I would love Vanilla 28, but it's just too much for me. A lot of people have told me that it gets better as it macerates, but I don't want to buy a full bottle, wait for it to macerate, and then still be disappointed, you know? Next up is a niche perfume that I've heard lots of people talking about, and I was really excited to try it, and I was sorely disappointed, and that is Chabad's Lait Concentré. This was marketed to me as like cookies and milk. This smells like bread to me, like plain bread. That's it, not sweet, just bread. I think it might do really well layered with other perfumes, but on its own, I do not see the appeal whatsoever. Chabad has this other perfume, Lait de Biscuit, which is a little bit better, but still pretty bready to me. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be that. Next up is one that makes me a little bit sad because when I first tried it, I loved it. And then I went to buy myself a full bottle and I smelled it in the store and I hated it. And that is Nest's Madagascar Vanilla. My cousin had an old rollerball of this perfume and I tried it and I loved it. It was such a beautiful, deep vanilla and the sillage was incredible. Like I could smell it across the room. Oh my god, I loved it. And then I went to buy my own bottle and I smelled the sample and it just smelled like straight coconut. I've said this in a previous video, me and coconut, we don't always get along. It very often smells very sour on me for some reason, and it is no different in this case. I don't get it. I don't know why. It just doesn't smell good to me. It was really disappointing, but hopefully one day I can find something that's similar to that original Nest Madagascar Vanilla scent that I liked. Next up is Maison Margiela's By the Campfire. This is another one of those perfumes that after about 3 hours, I really like. Beautiful, deep vanilla. But the first 3 hours, it just smells like an old cabin that has been used to smoke meats for 30 years. I don't get any sweetness, just smoke. Plus that vanilla scent that finally comes through after a couple of hours is basically just Fleur's vanilla skin. So I'd much rather buy that instead. Another vanilla that I cannot stand is Billie Eilish. Again, so many people have recommended this to me. And when I tried it on multiple times, it smells like grass. I don't even really get vanilla, just grass. Vanilla does come through after a couple of hours, but it's still just like not even that nice that it's worth dealing with the first 3 hours of grassiness. I don't know. The next one might get people mad at me, and that is Commodities Milk. I've tried all 3 scent spaces, the personal, the expressive, and the bold. I don't like any of them. They just smell so boring to me. They don't even really smell lactonic to me. They're just kind of musky and a little bit woody. Similar to Billie Eilish, they just have this weirdly grassy feel on my skin and I don't like it at all. But the worst part is their performance. I know that the personal and the expressive versions are supposed to be a little bit lighter than the bold, but like they're so light that they're barely there. The personal especially, like I almost don't smell it at all. And the expressive, not much better. The bold, I do smell, but it's just like so boring. It's not even sweet. I expected it to be so deliciously sweet because of the marshmallow. No, if I had to pick any of the collections from Commodity, I would either pick gold or paper, but I haven't tried the bold versions of either of them, so I'm not even 100% sure if I would like those because the personal and the expressive versions are so faint, but maybe one day I'll try them and I'll really like them, but milk, no. The next one is pretty new and I've heard so many people talking about it and I will actually be discussing it in my next video, and that is Snif's Heal the Way. This is another one that I just don't get it. It's not bad, but it's so nothing to me. It's this like nutty vanilla, but honestly, the vanilla hardly there for me. And I'm just not the biggest fan of pistachio on its own to fully enjoy this. It's not sweet enough. It's just a little bit too grassy again. Basically, I'm just very neutral about Heal the Way. It's not for me. I'm sure lots of people would like it. Not me. The last 2 that I want to talk about are both from Burberry, and the first one is Burberry Her. Everyone told me, oh my god, this is like a beautiful whipped strawberry dream, like delicious and sweet, you're gonna love it. But again, my skin loves to pull out any possible florals. This just smells like flowers on me. It's so disappointing. I don't get any fruitiness until maybe like 4 hours later. I'm gonna try the elixir version eventually because I've heard that that one is sweeter, but I don't have high hopes, honestly. And the last one is Burberry Goddess. I know so many people love this perfume, but again, the floral is way too strong. For the first like 3-4 hours, I don't even really get any vanilla. It's just floral. Once the vanilla starts coming through, it's beautiful and I love it, but it's only like that for a fraction of its longevity. And I'm not gonna buy a full bottle of perfume if I don't enjoy 75% of the experience of wearing it. That's all that I have for you today. Let me know if you have any perfume hot takes and we can discuss it in the comments. Keep an eye out for my next sample haul video and I will see you then. Bye bye!